I
All
think
right.
this will be our official first episode, I think. I just feel like we had 2 weeks
Okay.
off, and I feel like it is time for people just to sit through nothing and to learn
And to
to
watch our
listen and
stuff
watch. Yeah. Hopefully that's the goal.
and enjoy.
Yeah. So what do you want to start off with?
Um,
Halftime show.
yeah, because I feel like it's just a good topic. Not even just halftime shows, Super Bowl in general. Who did you want to win?
I think we talked about it. I think I wanted the Eagles to win.
Eagles. Yeah, I wanted the Eagles to win too,
So
personally.
my
No
dad sends out.
three-peat.
Oh yeah, we don't want that. And my dad always sends out a email to me and my brothers to like send your predictions and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
like I don't really watch football throughout the year. Like I'll like here and there, like I'll skim it or whatever.
Yeah.
So I asked ChatGPT. This is just the start of my coughing. I asked ChatGPT to give my review. I was like, I want the Eagles to win. I want you to give me MVP, and I want to give a score. And I think the score. Well, I should have had it ready.
I
I
didn't
didn't.
think the game was gonna be that bad, but I kind of was
I didn't
happy it
either.
was.
Well, it should have been. Yeah,
Mm,
no one thought it was gonna be that bad.
yeah.
But I mean, when it's the Kansas City Chiefs, you kind of like, nah, I'm okay with
Yeah,
it.
I didn't really care. Oh well.
So I did.
If they came back, I was like NFL's rigged. Like that was gonna be my perspective. Like that wasn't
Well,
even real.
I mean, the Patriots came back from
Yes, but
27-3.
yeah, I know that's different though. We're in 2024 now.
That is true. I mean, I think they just have a lot of bad light on them. Like Mahomes'
Yeah,
wife just does things
some
that she
dumb
probably,
stuff.
yeah,
She
she
is
should
off
just.
social media some more, but then I saw some other stuff and I was like, okay, she's
Oh, the
stupid.
fried chicken thing.
Yeah, the fried chicken thing. I was like, okay. I was like, never mind. I was like, I haven't seen a lot. I was like, I haven't seen a lot about her lately, but then I saw that and I was like, all right,
All
like,
all I saw was the lady like mocking her. She was just like fried chicken, and then it cuts
yeah.
to her, and so
No, that was
that.
bad. Like, I don't know it was like asking a question about post-game meal and she's gonna say fried chicken. No one is eating fried chicken for post-game meal. I promise you that. I don't know
She
who
said
eats that.
everything was like fried something, like fried chicken something. I was like, God, she just makes it.
Yeah,
Read the room.
no.
So yeah, so ChatGPT gave me the prediction of Eagles 27, Chiefs 24.
Mm.
But it didn't give me, oh, Jalen Hurts would be the MVP.
Who ended up, was it Jalen Hurts or was it
Uh,
Saquon
it was the same. He didn't score well. I think it was Jalen Hurts.
or AJ Brown? I actually really like AJ Brown a lot. I know he did good,
They
but
all did good. Everyone did
yeah,
good.
they all did do good.
The only white cornerback in the NFL made a pick six.
Yeah. I like dream of the day the Steelers and Eagles are in the Super Bowl and me and my friends say like we think the world would end. Like cuz like I feel like if Pittsburgh won, like all the Eagles fans would drive over and like start a riot and all the Pittsburgh fans if the Eagles won would start a riot over there. We like hate each other, but
But
I was supporting them.
I mean, at least you have a team that could potentially
Yeah.
make it there.
I could become an
Like
Eagles fan,
you
but I'm
could,
not.
like,
I'm not though. I'm
but
not.
it's like I can't sit here and be like, oh yeah, like I had a dream the Jaguars made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what?
Never.
We have a
We'll
new
see. Yeah, it could all turn around.
it could.
You never know.
Hey, I took pictures of the head coach, so hey, you never know. Maybe my
I saw
pictures are
that. I
gonna be
did
the
see that.
inspiration. That was pretty cool. I mean, I didn't talk to him. I just took pictures of him. But I mean, it was kind of cool. But yeah, I
Well,
give Jags 5 years.
5 years? Okay, I guess Steelers next year. So,
They got to find a quarterback.
we have one. We just have to see if
I
we want to
mean,
keep him.
I think you should keep him. I
Yeah.
saw that they were looking for someone else. I can't think about it. I was gonna send it to you.
I've heard a few things, but then the thing you sent me about Trevor Lawrence, like, he, like, made a tweet or something, or a comment, and was like, I'm not going to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he was on
But
some talk.
everyone's saying every quarterback's coming to Pittsburgh. Like, bro, we have a quarterback. We might draft one. I saw that we might get Shador, but I don't really want him. I'm
He'll
fine
be
with
gone
Justin
by then.
Sanders.
Yeah, but he'll probably be gone.
What do you?
Isn't he like
I
a
don't
top 10
know.
pick?
Yeah, I don't know. But I think we were gonna give up Like there was like things about TJ letting TJ Watt go first. Like it's like no, we're
Yeah, I heard about that
fine.
too because
Just
of
get
the
us a wide
cap.
receiver. But I'll take dude from Cooper Cup. I'll take him. There's been rumors that we get him. I would like that.
I wish I saved it. I thought I saved who the quarterback was. I saved so many memes of when the Steelers lost, but then you were like in a bad mood and you weren't texting me back. So I was like, maybe I shouldn't
I was
send these
so
to her.
mad when the Steelers lost. My team was like with me. I was like literally crying. Like I was like, oh. But
Why?
it's fine. It's whatever. Okay, but halftime show. What were your opinions on it?
What was yours? I feel like it's
Um,
diff. I feel like
it's different for generations. Yeah,
that's what
because
I
like
want to know yours.
yeah. So I watched it with the some of the men's players, and like a lot of them don't listen to his music, and I really don't either. But I kind of know some at least. But then I think when it first started. I don't even know. It was when Uncle Sam came on and he said the whole like you're being too ghetto, yada yada yada. And I looked at my friend and I was like, this is gonna have so much deeper meaning that like we're not even gonna understand until tomorrow. And like so continue watching, yada yada yada. And I was like, all right, at the end of the day, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Like I think the if you're looking at it like outside of the music, I think the performance was good. Like it had like good concepts to it when I didn't even know about it. And then like I think some people were like 6, whatever. But then the next day, I remember like seeing like what all this stuff meant, and I was like, I knew it. But then like I know a lot of I just didn't like how a lot of people were like saying if you didn't like it, then you're like uncultured and this. I was like, all right, nobody knew what that meant until the next day when they broke
Yeah.
it down for us. Like, let's be realistic here. But I thought it was a good performance. Do I think Lil Wayne should have been the performer? Probably, but
No,
I
absolutely
think
not.
he should have. In his
Absolutely not. Have
hometown,
you
I
have you
think,
seen him perform lately? It's terrible.
yeah, but the Super Bowl's different.
It's not. So I heard this is what I heard from someone else. They said Little Wayne has the songs for the Super Bowl, but
Hmm.
Little Wayne isn't for the Super Bowl. Like he wouldn't have made it. Like he
Why,
probably
though?
would have
Like, what's
passed
wrong
out.
with what he's doing?
Have you seen his WWE performance? It was horrible.
No, I don't watch
It
WWE,
it
that
doesn't
paid
matter.
stuff. No, I didn't see it.
You know
But I
what?
think it would have been a cool thing. And also, they don't sing, he didn't have to actually sing it. They could have just did a little voiceover. Like, he could have
That
pre
defeats the
recorded it.
purpose. That
Nuh-uh,
defeats.
because I don't think Kendrick sang the whole time. Some
Oh,
of
he
it,
did.
maybe. I don't
He
know.
did.
I don't know. But I think a thing for me, I think it was an 8 out of 10 performance and it had good background things behind it. But I don't really like that his whole point was to diss somebody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he went on stage not to make a name for himself and like produce his like put his music out there. Like, the whole key aspect of it was to put someone else down. And that's like the point I don't really like. Like, it's kind of like, yeah, I guess it was cool, like national television, you got you're winning, but at what cost?
I mean,
That's
I
just my.
liked it. I would have said it's a probably 8 out of 10 as well.
Mhm.
But I liked like the choreography. Like that was really good.
Yeah.
I listened to GNX, so like I knew all the songs.
Mhm.
A lot of people got mad he didn't play like all of his older songs, like his
Yeah, I do
swimming
wish
pools
he
and stuff like
did.
that. But I think he played it. He played all those songs when he played with Beyonce. Was it? Yeah, that year.
Beyonce or like you
It was
mean
like
all the
Beyonce, Bruno
rappers?
Mars.
No, it
No,
wasn't
it wasn't.
them.
No, it wasn't.
It was the
Okay, so okay,
rappers. It
yeah.
was
So it was the
like
L.A.
Lil,
Snoop Dogg,
yeah, Snoop Dogg
Dr.
and
Dre.
stuff.
Yeah, so
He
he
did.
played
He
all
played
of
like
his.
newer stuff, kind of. I guess this
So
time.
this one, there was another rumor that he played all of his new songs because he has a deal with like a lot of TV networks. So like after the performance, like all of those songs were played on like commercials. I
Mhm.
think this is gonna be in Grand Theft Auto. So and he owns all those songs too
Yeah,
because
I did
he's
see that.
independent. The meaning thing, like I think you just have to know the artist. Obviously, let's say
Yeah.
if it's Lil Wayne, there's not gonna be a meaning. If it's Drake, there's not gonna be a meaning. Like Kendrick, you just know there's gonna be a meaning to it. I'm not gonna look for it until someone tells me, and I'm like,
Mhm.
there we go. I like it. I mean,
Yeah.
I like his music. I'm not a diehard Kendrick Lamar fan,
Yeah.
but I think for him to be the first solo rapper, I like it. I mean, I get people's complaints like, "Oh, I want to hear swimming pools. I want to hear humble." even though he played
Yeah.
snippets of those. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think the Drake part was funny
I think it was
because
funny too, but it
I
was
think
just like, dang, like leave him alone.
him looking at the screen was kind of like, God, big
I
as the
still
what?
don't really understand the A. Like I know it's a
So
minor, but like I don't under why
his
A.
no his new his company or his label his personal label is PG Lang, and the A is like the main thing of it. So like his
Okay.
logo has the A. So as people say with Kendrick Lamar, everything he does is intentional. So like
Mm-hmm.
PG Lang, the A's been there before the rap beef. So
Yeah.
now people are like, oh, he's wearing A because of Drake.
What
It's like,
is
no,
PJ? What is that Lang though? Like what is that like?
that's just his name, his music company
I
name.
think he's a little odd, and I thought his jeans were hideous also.
I heard they skyrocketed though, like the
Yeah,
percentage of
no,
people buying them.
I hate flared jeans on men. I hate flared sweatpants
I
on
don't think
men.
I've ever seen flare jeans on men
Yes,
unless it
I
was like
have.
that 70
Oh,
show.
our generation, like they literally like the boys wear flare sweatpants. They're like huge and jeans. And I think it's the most sus thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, okay, they think it's a style, but if they like it, they like it. I don't know, not my
They
style.
support those kind of jeans. But yeah, I've never seen a guy wear them unless it's on that 70 show.
Yeah, I was like watching the performance, and like halfway through, I was like, what is he wearing? Like, because I was not paying attention to that at first. I was just like listening, and I
Yeah.
started paying attention.
Yeah. I mean, the whole deep, I mean, like, some people are like going deep, like, oh, he's standing in the X because of XX Techion.
Yeah, I saw
I don't
that,
know.
and I was like, no, y'all are overthinking it. I was like, I think it's just a game controller. Like, we're gonna.
Yeah.
I liked the one say, like where they said like is a game controller to show that like we're being controlled, like we live in a game kind of. And I was like, I like
Yeah.
that because I think we do, to be honest. But
I like that he doesn't say anything about anything either. Like, he hasn't
mm-mm,
said anything.
nope, not at
But
all.
apparently they were like recording, they made a documentary like the whole time they were
I
beefing.
saw that.
So, I mean, who knows when that would come out, but I think that'd be interesting to see the behind the scenes because apparently he was like sleeping in the studio. So, like, every time Drake would drop, he would get up, find a beat, send it out.
That's
So,
funny.
I think that'll be interesting. I mean, he's coming out with another album too, so who knows when that's going to be.
Hmm.
Speaking of albums, did you like Drake's new album?
I didn't listen to it. I'm not really a Drake fanatic. I'm not any of those fanatics. I'm like, I like Young Boy. That's
Forgot
all
you
I care. I'm not
like
that I
that.
don't like Drake. Like I know old Drake. Like love Drake. I was just listening to him today. His newer stuff, I probably won't listen to it until like I know the songs that are like good that everyone likes.
I think there's only one good song. I mean, me, I'm
Yeah.
not a Drake fan
So
either.
that's why it's like, why am I wasting my time? I don't like to waste my time unless it's Taylor Swift or Young Boy. That's all I care about, really.
Or Boss Man D'Lo. Okay, never mind.
All his songs sound the same. I could know what he's gonna say before he even
I was
sings
just
it.
trying to get into music
Nah.
you listen to. I don't really listen to Drake. Like, I listen to the album, but I don't like singing Drake. Like,
Mhm.
I did like Give Me a Hug. That was probably the only song that I liked. But it's either like I'm rotating between Tyler the Creator, Kendrick Lamar, and Jelly Roll. That's my big three right now. I'll throw in
Old
some
old Drake is
Kanye,
my
but
guy. Not Kanye. That man's the devil.
yeah, you can't really say anything about him now.
Did you see
So
his latest tweet today?
yeah.
I was peeing my
Wait,
pants
today?
earlier. Yeah, he was like, after further evaluation of myself, I am not a Nazi. I was like, well, I would freaking hope so, dude. Like who says that? After further evaluation of myself, I'm not a Nazi. Like, okay, dude.
He wants some album sales.
He's insane. I can't. Okay.
Yeah, his album's about to come out, so obviously, I mean, as I said, like I don't want people because like I've loved Kanye since like he first came out, so I'm just like I
I
don't
do
care
like some
about
of his music. He's just goofy. He's
Goofy's an
mental. He's
understatement.
mental. Yeah, he's mental.
He,
Mentally, he's a
he's
maniac.
he's the big R. He's the hard R.
Yeah, literally.
Do you
R
know what
word.
that is?
No, I'm thinking of the R word though.
What R word are you talking about?
The R word that I would never call somebody.
Like the mentally challenged word?
Yeah.
So I'm in class today. I know we're skipping topics. I'm at my computer just doing work, and this girl looks at this boy. He's like, "Why'd you call me the hard R?" My mind, I'm like, he called her the black person R, hard R.
Yeah.
And he was like, "What are you talking about?" He was like, "You called me the hard R." I'm like, I'm just like peeking. He was like, "What are you talking about?" And someone was like, and said the word. And I was like, "Wait, when did that change? When did the hard R change from that to this?"
I'd say the R word. I just say the R word when I'm talking about mentally challenged. I hate that word. I hate that word so much.
I didn't know it changed. I'm like, did he call her the black people word? Because she's not black. And I don't know why she would be offended by it. But she was like offended. But yeah, I didn't know, like, is it something that just changed? Because you're
I mean,
young, you would know.
just like you're not supposed to like call somebody that. It's like I don't know. It's like you can call somebody. I never
Hard.
call it the hard R. I just call it the R word. I'm like, don't say the R word.
Oh,
That's what I say. I don't know. I would never say the hard R. It's not even a hard
yeah, I
R.
saw
I didn't hear anyone ever call the R word the hard R outside of halftime. Was for about you.
about me.
Yeah, preparing for a game or a big photo event. Like,
Like, how?
yeah, I guess it's more like how do you prepare or like do you go into it like having some ideas of how you want to shoot or do you get there and kind of like freestyle and like what stuff do you take with you? All of it, some of it?
I'm assuming I'm doing video or pictures or just both, or just in general.
Yeah, let's just say you're doing like for our games you do both, right?
Yeah, I mean, I usually do pictures, I mean, video, but I
Like let's
have done,
say we make it to March Madness. Like let's
I,
just say my team makes it to March Madness. Like what are you doing to prep for our first round of March Madness?
I think with that, you gotta have one, you gotta make sure you have your memory cards, your batteries charged, gotta make sure you have all that, make sure you have your camera. I had to shoot one day, and I got all the way to the shoot and I forgot my camera at home.
You don't like do you like pack all your stuff like before an event? You
I
just
pack it
didn't bring the
all.
bag.
No, like I had my camera ready, like it was on my desk, but I was on the
Hmm.
phone. And I'm talking to my friend. I was like, I got my battery, got my memory cards,
So you didn't
got my
have your
book.
camera in your bag. Why was your camera not
No,
in your
I
bag?
I was just gonna carry it because it's just like a pick it
See,
up and
you weren't
go.
prepared.
And so like I get in the car and it's like 45 minutes away from me, but I get there
Oh.
early. So
Hmm.
luckily I got there 45 minutes early or whatever. And I'm still on the phone with her. I get out the car. I'm like, where's my camera? She's like, are you serious?
I would have
So,
lost it.
oh no, I was freaking out.
Oh
Luckily, I got home and I got back. And the only reason why I made it back because one of the girls was like 5 minutes late. So as soon
no.
as I pulled in, she got there. So yeah,
Good timing, I guess.
terrifying experience, by the way. But yeah, just making sure you have your stuff. So, and then depending on the event, so if we're talking about March Madness, it just depends. So, obviously, you need pictures, but video technically is important, especially if you know you're going to win. So,
Hmm.
you want to get pregame clips, pregame pictures. You don't want to overshoot. But what I've learned is you try to do as many like bench reactions if I'm just solo. If it's just me, first quarter, get bench reactions. If someone makes big three, get coach reactions because the third and fourth quarter is when like it's game time. Like you
It's
don't know if it's close or not.
serious,
Yeah.
yeah.
So especially if it's close, you don't want to be getting a video of the bench and like you make a steal and I'm getting the bench and it's like I missed
Hmm.
it. So you want to get. I mean, let's do football because I do football a lot.
Hmm.
The same. I guess it's the same concept. Just getting pictures of, you don't want to say important players because in college everyone's important pregame, but just making sure all your stuff's there. Like,
Yeah.
that's really it. But if you're doing an event, go on YouTube. Like, just if you've never done it. So, like, when I did the Gator Bowl, like, obviously I've done
Hmm.
college games, but, bowl game could be different. So, just reviewing, like, where to stay, where to stand, where to get the best angles, what frame you want your camera to be in. Um, and kind of just be yourself, I guess. So, but yeah, it's mainly just reviewing, going on YouTube. Like I stay on YouTube, especially if I haven't done something in a while. I'll go on there, look it up, see what tips they have, and try to follow that throughout the game. Hopefully, I remember.
When you do like photo shoots for people or like even teams, do you kind of like think of styles, not styles, but like stuff you want them to do like beforehand so you're not going in like kind of, oh yeah, I don't know what I want you to do. Let me try this.
I try to, especially if it's like someone that is not good at pictures or it's not, I'm not a good poser. I don't like taking pictures.
Me.
I I t- I tell them to send me pictures of ideas. Like go on
Mhm.
Pinterest, show me something that you would like. And so I try to go on Pinterest as well to see like pictures I like, but I don't just put them in that pose. I don't just show them a picture. I'm like, hey, this is what we're doing. I'll show it and say, hey, like make it your own. Like if your arm feels weird that way, put it somewhere else.
Yeah.
So it's a pose, but we're gonna like change it up a little. And I think that just, I mean, and the longer you go, the better it gets. Because obviously, it's like you've never taken a picture of me. Oh, I've never had professional pictures of me done. So like, it's weird. It is weird at first. Like
Yeah, I
some people
know.
just have it. Some people just have it, and they can just go and be like, "Oh my God, we're doing this." No, I'm not that either. I am not. I
No, because
just,
even like for me, like when I go take Instagram pictures with my friends, like I'm still weird with my friends taking pictures. Like I'm like, what do I do, guys? Like, and like
yeah.
my one friend, she's like, do this, do this, do this. I'm like, okay, thank you. I don't
I mean,
know.
friends. I mean, usually, what I've heard is it's better to bring like a friend with you because they know like your best poses. So there's a
Mm-hmm.
guy on Instagram who's like, I mean, this is a great tip that I've learned is tell them to bring a friend. It just makes it easier for them and they're more comfortable. So like I did but doing shoots with people that you've done before. So like I did a graduation shoot for a girl for UNF. I did her high school senior photos, her high school senior photos. We did like a random photo shoot and then I did her previous UNF graduation photos, and it's still awkward all three times. It was awkward, but I mean, she knew like the pictures are gonna be well. Her senior pictures were terrible. Like we can agree, like they were not good. I didn't even post them, but that was like when I
Where
first
were they
picked up a camera.
at?
They were at the beach, and it got
I feel like it's
dark.
hard.
It got dark real fast. Like her pictures were not good. Like we even joked about it, like because it was like 5 years later, so we can joke about like how bad they were. But
Mm-hmm.
back then, I was like, oh, these are. I knew they were bad, but it was like a month after I picked up a camera, and then we did the photo shoots with the flowers. Those came out pretty
I
good.
know those ones. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking
I
about.
showed
I
you,
think you
yeah.
posted them.
So
Yeah.
those came out really good, and then her graduation pictures, those came out really good. And I mean, it also is good, like for me to see like the progression that I've made. It's like, oh, these are not
This is
good.
what
These
I
are
started at.
really
And now
good.
they're good.
Yeah, I mean, the last ones are really good. So it's finding poses, asking to send poses, and I mean, yeah, it's gonna get awkward. People are like, "Bring music," and I'm like, "Do you want me to play some music?" No, okay. I'm not gonna beg
Sometimes
you.
sometimes it's better. Like I think I don't know. Sometimes it is better. Me and my friends do that sometimes.
Yeah, but that's you and your friends, not you and a random person with a
Yeah.
camera.
But yeah, but still like I feel like even for like our team photo shoots, like we have music in the background. Like I feel like it just makes it a little easier. But by myself
Yeah,
it might be a little odd, yeah.
yeah. I
I'd rather you
mean,
just tell me what to do so I can focus. Like, let me
yeah,
focus.
yeah. I mean, I get it. Like, I ask all the time, and they're just like, "No." I'm like, "All right, not gonna push
Fine.
it. Let's just take some pictures." But I mean, there's some people that are just really good, and I'm just kind of like, I kind of just flow. Like I have an idea, but
Mm-hmm.
then, as I said, the longer we're together, I feel like the more confident I get with just different things because obviously I've never met you, so
Mm-hmm.
like I'm trying to get to know you, plus take your pictures, plus put you in a good angle, plus make it not
And it's like I
awkward.
guess the more you photograph them, like the more you kind of like know what they're like, I guess,
Yeah,
or what works for them and what doesn't.
yeah. So I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, what about you? Like, how do you get? Well, I mean, I guess your biggest game would have been, I mean, not to go back to high school, but your championship game, right? Or
Yeah.
you could say like the first game you've ever started. Have you started at UNF before?
Yeah, once because some people were
Where
late to pregame meal. Like it wasn't a real start. Like,
a start's a
but
start. Were
no, it
you like
wasn't. It
nervous?
wasn't like a deserved start though. Like it's not like I like earned my spot. It was just one game, and I was like,
Okay, regardless of it being a start, just getting in, like knowing that you're gonna get in, was it like nervous, like your first D1
mm,
basketball game?
no. I think it just wasn't mainly because I knew the facts. Like if I like earned it, like I felt like I would have been nervous. But it's like I knew the next game, like it was gonna go back to what it was. Like it was just because people showed up late to pregame meal, which don't do. Follow your itinerary, everybody. But yeah, no, I wasn't nervous. Like usually, I kind of liked being sixth man though. Last year, like I was like, I got to like watch a little bit and like I could go in and like whatever. But like I don't
No, I mean,
know.
I get what you're saying. I mean, it's just because it kind of takes the nerves off you. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
going back when I was in high school, we had a two running back system. It was me and this other guy. So like most times he would start because he was like 6'5", 2, whatever. But then I'm like 135, so
Hmm.
he'd be that big guy, and then I would just come in. But I mean, it felt there was no nerves
Yeah.
because it's
It's
like you're not starting,
hmm.
even though you
I
still have like a big role.
I feel like I get more excited when I'm starting though. Like it's like, all
I mean,
right, here we go. I think anyone would, to be
I mean,
honest.
I mean,
Like
everyone wants to
literally.
start. Like that's the
Yeah.
goal.
I mean, I didn't really, because last year I never really expected to start as a freshman. Like, I'm happy I even got to play as a freshman because not many people get to do that. And so then I was happy I got to be like sixth or seventh man sometimes. Like, because I was still nervous on the bench sometimes. Like, all right, I got to go in. Like, we're down. Like, I have to do good. Like, this. Like, there's like so many thoughts I feel like when you're on the bench. Because then, like, when you're already playing, you're already playing. Like, and then you
Yeah,
have to, like, when you get subbed in, you're like, all right, I got to go, like, help my team, do what's best for my team, and help us win. Like, and you just like think about like what you can do when you're on the bench. So I guess it's
yeah.
helpful in overthinking. Like they're both. But all of high school, I started since I was a freshman, and then AAU I usually always started until like for like 4 weeks I didn't, and then I got a new coach and I did. But for games, I listen to sad music before games. That's how I prepare for games. I listen to Rod Wave and I listen to Fudge Nuggets. What's the song?
The one song.
Yeah, the one song, the really
What is
sad
that
church
song?
song.
The
There's the it has Say
you
in
you
it.
you you
It's not
rise up.
Rise Up. Yeah, Rise
There you
Up.
go.
I listen to
Yeah.
that. It's the last song I listen to before I go play a game. And then
Yeah.
that's literally it. Like I just listen to
That's
sad
how you get
music all
prepared.
day. But I saw Saquon Barkley, he listens to Rod Wave before he plays. He was like, a lot of people think it's sad music, but like some of his songs are motivational. And I'm like, thank you, somebody gets it. Like,
Speaking of Rod Wave, I asked my students. I know this is going back to the Super Bowl. I asked them. I was like, "Did you like the Super Bowl? And if you could choose
oh yeah.
any other
I already know this
performer,
is
who would
going.
you pick?" Two kids, like out of all my 5 periods, said Rod Wave, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"No."
I would listen to him.
I was like, one, he's
Mm-hmm.
too sad. Two, I don't think he can. I don't think he has enough fame to do the
He
Super Bowl.
does. He's done though. Did you see that? He's done
No,
touring. He canceled the rest of his tours. Like he said he's like
is it too emotional?
not even that, like he just wants to focus on like his family and travel. Like he said like he's like everyone thinks I'm sad. Like obviously everyone goes through things, but like I just want to have a life too. And
I
like
mean,
I was
he
like,
is always
"Dang."
sad.
I don't think he's sad though. Like it's like all right, it's like what's his name? I'm gonna say him. Like all like the or like okay, you know Fat Amy from Pitch Perfect?
Yes.
It's like how all like of those people are meant to be the funny people in shows. So all their roles are like that, and it's like he got one role of a like he wrote a sad album, so now everyone expects him to write sad albums, so he kind of has to. But like they're not even all sad. Like if you listen to them, they're like low key motivational, like him. But I don't know. It depends how you take it. It
I
depends how
don't.
you
I don't.
take it.
I don't really listen to him, but the songs I hear are always
Yeah,
depressing.
because you nobody everyone listen like people that don't listen to him know his sad songs, not the other ones. I love him though. I would love him. I love Rod Wave. Rod
I
Wave,
know
Young Boy, Taylor Swift. That's all I got.
someone else said "sexy red." I said, "Get out of my room.
No,
Get out of my room."
never.
Yeah, no.
I really wish Taylor Swift would, but I know there's like a thing that
She's
I think, no, I think it's like they wanted her to do it 2 years ago, but I think NFL is Pepsi and she has a partnership with Coke, so she like can't. It's like against it.
well now she could because it's Apple Music.
Oh, yeah, I
But
don't know. I think,
I think that she has to separate herself from Kansas City. We talked, me and my kids talked about like who could do it, and obviously
hmm
she's one of them. But I think it's one of those like she has the songs, but I feel like people just don't like her because of the Kansas City thing. Not even like
yeah,
because of her music. It's
literally.
just
Well,
because
it's
of
I hate that people hate on her because I'm like she's actually probably the biggest woman female artist. Like
oh no,
actually.
she
She is. Like I was like she made the most money of all female artists during COVID and she didn't even go on tour. And than half of them did. And like she didn't go on
well, what
tour for
about
like 2 or
Adele?
3 years.
Adele's pretty big.
She is, but she's not bigger than Taylor
Well,
Swift.
okay, I'm not gonna argue about that, but
Her Taylor Swift, oh my gosh.
oh my
Her
god, here we
era
go, fanboying.
no, her eras, like her eras tour, because she didn't go on tour for a while, because she like claimed back all her music. You know,
Yeah,
she did
she
that.
had
So
yeah.
she did all that, and then she went on her eras tour and like with all her remade songs. So she wasn't on tour for like 2, 3 years, and she went on tour, and it was like the craziest thing ever. And I
Yeah,
was
like
like, dang,
she sold out like stadiums like 3 nights in a
everywhere.
row.
Like everywhere was sold out. Pittsburgh was sold out 2 nights in a row, which is crazy. 2 nights in a row, but she is from PA. But I
God
went.
damn it.
I was floor seats.
Fan,
Fan. I was right. Like she was literally like right in front of me. I was like dying,
you have the biggest smile when we talk about Taylor Swift and Rod Wave. You just like glow. Oh my
bro.
God.
Because I went to Taylor Swift and then I left for college the next day. It was like the most like sentimental thing ever. Like last night in my city, and then I'm a freshman in college the next day.
Oh my God. This is exactly what Taylor
And
Swift told me.
it was my birthday. Like it was like, how can it get any better than this? Honestly. But I was gonna get into me next, but we were talking about photo shoots, and I want your first real estate shoot. Like, what is that? What is that? Like more like you
It's a
go take
house.
pictures of the house to put up on the website.
Yeah. So you
Oh.
get, so it's a guy that I work with at another school. His wife is a realtor, and he
Mhm.
messaged me. He was like, "Hey, how much would you do real estate for?" And I was like, "I've never done it." He said, "Well, this is how much her company's charging her," which was a lot, like a lot. And I was like,
To get the pictures.
"So to take the pictures and make like a little video for her."
Oh, okay.
I was like, "Oh, that's a lot of money." And so like, he was like, "How can we make it cheaper?" And so I said like, "What? No." He asked for pictures first. I said 300, and he was like, "What about how much would you do for?" Also, I'm disclosing my payments. He was like, "How much would you do it for like photos and video?" And I was like, I don't know. Like I've never done it before. He said, "Say 550 and you have a deal." Done.
Okay. Whatever.
550. So I go to the house. It's a nice house. I go to this house, and obviously, going back to how do you prepare for a big shoot, another big
Mhm.
shoot, never done it before.
Yeah.
Go on YouTube. I'm at work watching thousands of YouTube videos before I leave work to go shoot this house.
Mhm.
And because like when you're doing real estate, you have to do pictures like in brackets, meaning like it'll take different exposures. So like one picture will be really bright, one picture will be like normal, one picture will be really dark, one
Mhm.
picture will be like medium dark, and then you have to like put them together and then edit it. Don't ask any questions. Just that's what you do. So I'm like, okay, cool. I think I can do that. So I've never done that. So I call Ollie from UNF.
Mhm.
And I'm like, hey, have you ever like edited bracketed photos for real estate? He's like, yeah, I'm a photographer. I said, yeah, I'm a photographer too, but I've never done this. He was like, yeah, I can do it. I said, perfect. I'll take the pictures. You can edit my photos. And I mean, pictures came out good. I mean, because he edited it, I didn't edit. And well, like when I got done, she was like, hey, like, when do you think I can get the pictures? I was like, when do you usually get them? She was like, usually the next day. I'm like, hey,
Well.
Ollie, I need these tomorrow. I was like, so I call him. We know Ollie's like, he is, I don't know what he is.
I don't know.
He's
I like him a lot
no,
though. I
he's
like him. He's so sweet.
after hanging out with him, he's so funny.
He
I
like
don't know
asked me
what
to
he.
do a photo shoot the one day, but my mom was here and I couldn't. And then like he posted it. It was really good actually. I really liked it. Did you see it on his he posted it on Instagram. He did a
Of
photo
what?
shoot like with a bunch of people. Like it was like a clothing brand
I
maybe.
thought it was a music video.
No, it wasn't a music. It was like downtown, stuff like
It was
that.
a
It was a photo shoot, but he also did do videos.
maybe I'm thinking
It
of the
was like
video that.
both. But it was really good. It was like an old fashioned kind of thing.
Yeah. That
But
man, he's funny.
yeah,
I
you
see.
know he
Okay,
is. He's so
so
nice.
so I call him. I was like, hey, she needs these pictures by tomorrow, and like he has this thing to where he takes like a second to respond. I was like, how long do you think it'll take you? He said, 30 minutes.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like, you. I'm like, you paused. I'm thinking you're gonna be like, oh, like 3 days. You
Yeah.
said 30. He's like, oh, I'll knock it out, send it to you. Amazing.
Thank you.
So we got those back to her. She loved those. The video part is where probably I should work on because well, I don't know. But I was gonna edit the video, sent it to Ollie. I was like, hey, do you want to edit this for me? He edited it for me. Um, so I personally, I mean, I told Ollie, I was like, hey, we could become real estate people. But I was like, I'm not gonna make like a Grant real estate Instagram until I do like two more houses. So
Yeah.
if you see an Instagram with my name on it, it's because I've done two more houses.
Wait, so like for a real estate, so she's a real estate agent and she works for a company and she has to pay them to get photos of the house for her to sell it. Is that
No.
how?
So
Like
like
what?
so the thing with real estate is let's say you're a real estate agent
Mm-hmm.
and you have let's say five houses, but you just have like iPhone photos of the house on your website or whatever. I could message you like, hey, like I'm a photographer, I do real estate. Do you want
Uh,
more professional photos? And then, but I guess the company that they already work for or work with, I should say work with, they were charging, I guess, a lot of money, or she was just trying to try other venue, like try someone
mm-hmm.
else just to see. So they reached out to me, and I mean, it's one of those things that obviously I have to do more houses if I want to get better, but the only thing about real estate is you have to do it during the day. So,
Yeah, where the lights all shining in the house.
yeah. So it is, I mean, it is easy money per se, but it is also not, when you're doing like action stuff or stuff with people, it is kind of like different. I don't want to say boring, but it is different because it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
like
You're just taking
there's
pictures of a
only
house.
so many angles you can do of a living room to
Yeah.
make it. And then you watch some real estate videos and they just do all these graphics and stuff. I'm like, I don't need all that. But
Yeah.
I mean, people make bank off that.
Mm-hmm. I bet.
But I mean, maybe it could be like a summer side quest, another side quest that I make. I mean, I'm happy that I did it. Like, I was extremely nervous for that, but I mean, I got the
It's
job
something
done.
new.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
mean, knowing that I have Ollie that can just edit in like 30 seconds,
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna use him for a lot of the stuff now since I just know. Because I was like, how long are you gonna be at UNF? He was like, I think he has like 2 more years left. I said,
Mm-hmm.
perfect. Even if he does leave, I can just email it to him.
Yeah. No,
So
he's a good guy. He's nice.
he's funny. But
Let's go.
all right, so what about you? We got to get to this.
Yeah, that was
This
the
was supposed to
next
be topic
thing.
at three.
Yeah, I went because we went to two and then I
Yeah,
went
that's
to
true.
five because it just fit.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
yeah,
you're.
leaving UNF, my decision hit the transfer portal, I guess.
I guess what people
Mhm.
don't know is that you left UNF at one point. You kind of hinted at it in your interview. You interviewed during the summer to where you're like, I came back, and then when we made the video during the summer last summer,
Mhm.
you were like, "Did you hear?" And I was like, "What?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, I left, but now I'm back." And like we talk,
Yeah.
like we don't talk to each other.
I just thought like
Um,
because a lot of people knew. Like I remember like Driscoll came up to me and was like, "I'm happy to have you back." I'm like, "Hey, hey." Like I never really left, but hey. But
so
I think I think it's a lot like deeper than a lot of people know, other than like probably like my mom. And so it was actually kind of crazy. It was probably, yes, 2 days ago. A year ago today, my 9-year-old cousin passed away. I had to screenshot it. He had this rare genetic mutation called KCNQ2, which caused like epilepsy that you couldn't stop. And like he would never be able to talk or walk or anything. And so like he passed away and it was after our JU game. And my mom didn't tell me before. She called me after. And I like bawled my eyes out and like I was like, I have to move back home. Like I was like it was already in my head. Like I was like, I want to go home. Like I don't want to miss my brother growing up or my cousins or my friends, like just like their accomplishments. Like I don't know, I'm like a really like oriented
You're like a
person.
mom.
Yeah, I'm a mom. And so like it was just like in my head and like stuff like that. And so then like one of my favorite coaches ever who gave me like the most confidence got a coaching job at RMU. And like when I went home for like my cousin's passing, like I have little cousins, they're girls, they're like 13, like 11 and like 9. And like they literally could tell me like every game how many points I scored, what I did, and it's like I'm like 12 hours away and it's like they look up to me and it's like I want them to be able to like come to my games. And so that was like always a thought in my mind. And then my favorite coach like got a job, like an assistant coaching job 45 minutes away from my house. And one of my closest friends was also in the portal and like I loved playing with her. Like I played with her under this coach conversation and it was kind of like the golden picture, like go there, be close to home, play with your best friend, like be under your favorite coach. And like, so I remember like the day I went to tell Coach Sid and Coach Lambert, like I was leaving, I bawled my eyes out. Like I did not want to do it. Like I called my older brother. I'm like, I can't, like I can't. And like my mom didn't want me to come home, which is kind of surprising. I feel like a mom wouldn't usually want that. But like my dad was all for it. Like I think he wanted to like watch me play. Like he was supporting me. My little cousins were happy. And then so like I did it and like I even went on an official visit to the school and everything.
How'd they take
But
it?
when I like I'm gonna get to
Oh,
it. So I go on an official visit and everything and like the whole time it just like didn't sit right with me. Like it was the golden picture, but like I don't know. Like it just like it wasn't right. Like I was like I always felt like I went away from home for a reason and like if I went back home I was like backtracking and it's never like I didn't like this school. Like I played like I good coaching staff, like good teammates, good environment. And so like going on the official visit and like it was nice. Like I was back in Pittsburgh, like what can you really complain about? And then um my best friend like she was like something doesn't feel right. And I was kind of mad because I was like we just like and then like it kind of had me thinking myself though like like no and like my favorite coach ever, I didn't talk to him for 8 months. We'll put it that way. Like when I told him like we didn't talk for 8 months. And I mean I don't even know. Like I was like, I'm an 18-year-old. Like and I don't know, like you're asking me to make life-changing choices. Like that's my main thing. I just think like it was like I don't want to say immature on his part because I got a call from him on New Year's Eve this year and like he apologized. Like he said I was like wrong. Like there's no day I would never be there for you and like it's just like he was like it's part of the job. He was like, I took it personal and I can't. It's a job. And I was like, yeah, thanks. And like the head coach, she was super sweet. She was like, I completely understand. Like, you have to do what's best for you. And like, that's what it is. And so, like, I think my main ultimate decisions, I think I told you about like my grandma just telling me, like, your family wants you to be home. Like, we would love to see you play, but like, we also like love seeing you be happy. And I think another thing for me, like I told my aunt and uncle the other day actually, like there was something like telling me and it was like you get to play basketball in Florida, like you get to have a family who supports you. You get to have like little cousins who like look up to you and like what you're doing. Like I feel like it was like I don't know, like
it's like a
this type of
sign.
way, like my cousin just telling me like take advantage of like the things you can do in life. Not everyone gets to do what they want to do. So like if you have the opportunity, take it. And it was like that was a main thing for me. And I was like, I don't want to like pass up anything and regret it because like I am happy down here and like what if I go there and I thought it's the golden picture because everyone thinks the grass is greener on the other side and like it really isn't. So it's like don't ruin your happiness like because you think something's better. Like and I was like I think a lot of people take gets for granted in life. Like that's why I try and say get, But it's like a lot of people don't get to do a lot of things. And it's like you gotta like take advantage of those things. So I think I did. I remember like I called when I had to call like Lambert and them. Like I think a main thing, like a lot of coaches I feel like wouldn't really take people back. Like I don't, some coaches would, some coaches wouldn't. But like I think a main thing for me is like I'm 18. I was 18 years old like, and I don't admit this a lot, but I think 18-year-olds like make mistakes. Like I think 40-year-olds make mistakes, and like I told them I was like I like hope you can understand like I make mistakes and like I don't care like what it takes. Like I would love to be a part of this team, and like I think that was like a whole nother thing. Like they respected like I was willing to stay here like no matter what it was.
I feel like that goes
And
back to like what we talked about earlier, how your mom told you to make phone calls
yeah, like
because
yeah.
you don't know like if you would have just sent a text or an email like, "Hey, I want to come back," she probably would never emailed you back. Not saying
Well,
she wouldn't have, but
cause I texted I just called Sid. I was like Sid, and then
Sid, you gotta
I
call Sid.
I texted Coach Lambert and I was like, hey, like I'd love to talk to you, like if like you have a chance. And like she accepted my phone call and like I was super grateful. And like when I came back, it wasn't like I was treated any differently. And I feel like a lot of people like your coach could have like less trust in you or something. And it's like even though like I came back, like she still trusts me. I got injured and like she still accepts me, and it's like I don't know, it's like something I feel like a lot of people I would never take for granted at this program is just like how much love and support there is. Cause I know a lot of like higher up programs, like they don't really have that. Like they're not really treated like human beings. And like
Yeah,
that's like a whole nother story. Like, and it's like, dang.
but I mean, you also, I mean, you make a good point about her taking you back and like it being a family, but you also have to think about like a lot of people don't have like the support that you have. Like a
Mm-hmm.
family that's miles away still supporting you. Granted, yes, I mean, you want to go home, they want you home, but they're putting your happiness over what they want. And a lot of people don't have that. So the fact that you have a supportive coach that, you know, wants you back, happy that you're back, is not treating you differently, and you have a family that's just like, yeah, like obviously it'd be great to have you home, but if you're happy there, like that's where you need to stay. Like
Well,
you don't need to come
because
home.
I think for me, like I remember like when I went into my meeting, like telling them I wanted to leave, like my main reason to them was literally like I miss my family. Like I kind of want to be there for them, and like I lost a lot of people like in the matter of like 2 years, and like I literally texted my mom 2 days ago. Like I was like, I hate being away from home on days like this, and like then it's like, well, she's like, go hang out with your friends, and I'm like, okay. And then it's like you're like it's like okay, mom, like whatever you say. And it's like okay, like I go do that. It's just like being home is a completely different feeling, but like being here, it's like nice that I have people that like also are here for me when I need it.
Yeah.
Like when my mom's not here or my dad. But it's like even but then it's like little things like my brother just made like you know like it's called whippioles but like kind of like sections or regionals here like and he made it for wrestling and it starts on Friday and I'm like dang like I wish I could be there for that but it's kind of just like a part of life like I guess my brother wasn't there for like a lot of our stuff and he probably hated that but like he's in the army so it's
Yeah.
just like
I think
I
it
don't
just comes
know.
with the territory. And I mean, you have it good anyways because I mean, there's always phones, cameras. You can always FaceTime
Literally.
during his wrestling match to see it. So it's not like you're missing them more. You're talking about more of the experience of being there, giving him a hug, stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. But you can
Like
still be able to watch it and all
yeah.
of that stuff. That makes sense. But
It's just
at the end of the day, like you don't want to be stuck in the life that you probably what most people that you know are just in because that's what all they know.
mm-hmm.
And you have this opportunity to branch out somewhere
Yeah,
pretty nice and to
literally.
still have support because as I said, a lot of
Hey,
people don't have that support.
no, it's nice. It's 11 degrees back at home. I'm
Oh,
telling.
Jesus. I would not
I
go
think
outside.
I think the whole thing though, it just like came with a lot of like life lessons. Cause I think like it looked like the golden picture to me, and like when, I think my thing was when something looks like the golden picture, if your gut's telling you different, like you gotta listen to your gut. It's not always
Yeah.
a golden picture. There's downfalls to everything, I guess.
But what did you feel that was off about it? Because like even your friend said something just doesn't feel like right.
Well, I think for my friends, like a big thing for her was like she knew I was happy here. So like she also like hated she didn't I don't think she wanted to say like hated the fact that like it was kind of like put in my ear to come, but like she like hated the fact that like someone tried to mess up my happiness cuz she knew like I did love it down here. And she felt like she was like I think you want to need to stay down there. And like she never ended up going there, like she ended up somewhere else and she's happy and I'm so happy for her. But I think a thing that was off for me was like I knew I really didn't want to leave. And like I feel like I was more like forcing myself to leave like for my family and like stuff like that cuz like I wanted to be like I think I would have been fine if I was at home, but like I knew I wasn't really making a choice for me. I was making it for my family cuz like it would have been a good thing to do. But like I think when I was like spending my final moments like with my friends and stuff down here and like about to leave, like I was crying every single night in my bed thinking about leaving and I was like that's just not normal. Like
Yeah,
I was
you're not
like if it
even
was a yeah, like I'm not even excited to leave. Like I was like I wasn't and if you're not treated badly somewhere, like it's kind of hard to leave because it's like,
yeah,
well, what's my reason? Like I love it here, like I love my friends, like eventually I think my family will move down here, so it's like what's the point of even going home?
yeah.
But yeah, that was like the main thing. Like, and I remember like one of my closest friends down here, she's like, I never thought you really wanted to leave. And I was like, yeah, I don't think I did either.
Yeah.
But it's like once something gets put in your ear, like it's kind of like that's what you're hearing, so that's what you're gonna
Yeah.
follow.
Well, and plus once you integrate family with it, it kind of like pushes you harder,
Yeah.
especially when you're close to your family. So, I mean that makes it difficult too because I mean, you love being around your family, so like when you have an opportunity to be around them, it's kind of like why
Yeah, I want to
not?
take, and it's like my family is like the type of family like my mom has two sisters, so it's like everyone's. My grandma has like what, like 14 grandkids, so like everyone's birthday, we're all together. Easter, Chris, like every holiday, we're together. Birthday, and we all also lived 5 minutes apart from each other. So it was kind of like my grandma lives behind me, so I used to walk to her house every day. That's the one
Yeah,
person I wish I could teleport down here. I love my grandma.
yeah. Grandma
I'm the
would do
worst
anything for me.
grandchild, but I love my grandma.
I could see that. I could
I,
see that.
I promise you, every time my grandma texts me, she's like, just behave, please. I'm like, okay, grandma. Like, love you. Bye.
Yeah. So I mean that's where you would get the difficult part of wanting to
Yeah.
go home because I mean you have those people. And as I said, some people don't have it. I mean, from a
Hmm.
parent's perspective, like having my parents and having what they do for us, it's you hear stuff about other people who have kids and their parents don't want anything to do with their kids. And it's kind
Mm-mm.
of like, how does that even happen?
Yeah.
What went what went wrong and how did it go that bad? So I think you just have to be grateful for them. I mean, and I mean they
Hmm.
know that you're happy down here.
Yeah.
They know that you're striving, so it's good. And obviously you have a coach that wants you and likes you, so
Yeah. Which is rare.
very
Which is
rare. I
really
mean,
rare.
yeah.
I hear some crazy stories about college basketball. I mean, any D1 athletic sport, or I mean, any athletic sport, like coaches are crazy. They can really
They
like ruin it. Like they can ruin the sport for you, and it's so crazy.
yes, I know. I know.
So, and like I remember when I first met them, I was like, oh, like I actually like them, so it's fine. But
Yeah,
like you never know. Like it's so crazy because I don't know. I know there's so many people that like they get recruited and they think the people are gonna be amazing, and they're not. They're not amazing at all.
that's what recruiting is. It's we have to put on
Yeah.
our best face.
I think that's a lot of that comes down to honestly, I don't even blame it. Like, if that happens, I think a lot of it I really do not blame on the coaches. I blame it on the players. Because I promise you, like, if I was in a bad program and there was a recruit there, I'm telling you the truth. I'm not sugarcoating it for my coach or anything. Like, I have to tell you, like, you will be miserable if you come here. And then that's on them to come. Because if you lie, like, if someone lied to me, and I came to that school and it was completely the opposite of what I was told. You are not my friend. You are not my teammate. That is so bad. That's
But
horrible. That's your fault.
how do
You
you
have to
tell
be
someone?
honest.
Yeah, but how do you tell someone the program's horrible, but you're still there?
Well, I know. I mean, I would probably transfer at the end of the year at that point.
That's true.
Like, what? Like, but I mean, some people don't really have a choice to transfer sometimes. Like, they might have just got lucky. Like, and it just depends on your stats and stuff. But, like, I know, like, I've had, like, recruits' parents ask me, like, are they crazy? And I'm like, no, I promise you,
Yeah.
no. Like, they're sweet as they can be. But, like, I think if someone else would ask me, like, I would be like, if it was, like, a crazy coach, I'd be like, it's definitely something, like, you have to, like, mentally, like, prepare for. Like, I wouldn't.
But they're not going to give you the players that are going to say anything. They're going to give you
You know, I
like
guess you never
the,
know.
I mean, yeah, I mean, even the best players could be like, yeah,
The best
they're
players
kind of crazy.
sometimes, yeah. That's
But
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying. But I just think like if you bring somebody in and you let them come into a bad program, like I just think that's really messed up. Cause like if it's bad for you, like what do you think it's gonna be for them?
yeah. And it also depends on the player's status as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm trying to think of a situation to where maybe a starter would be maybe
But
like
if they're a
coaching,
favorite
like
player, they might like it there. You know what I
even
mean?
then, like
Compared
they
to other
might not be
people.
calling like the right plays that fit them.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah.
mean, you could have that. Like if a quarterback doesn't feel like he's getting the calls that he wants, yeah, he likes being, let's say, a Seminole, but the idea of what the coach put in his head is not happening.
Yeah. Well, because I
So
think we were talking about it last night, like me and some of the team. Like, there was a girl at Stetson last year who, like, didn't do good. And now she's at, or it was the other way around. Like, she was at Bellarmine and came to Stetson, or was at Stetson, went to Bellarmine. And now she's thriving. Like, it's just like the system you're also in, like, if it
yeah,
works for you and if it doesn't. And that's, like, something you have to think about, too, during the recruiting process, though. Like, see
yeah.
what they run.
There's a guy that played at JU, and now he's at
I know who you're talking about, I think.
Lipscomb, Lipscomb,
Lipscomb.
Lipscomb, Lipscomb.
It's a different school
Lip.
than what's in the ASUM.
Yeah, it's still in ASUN.
Okay,
Is it? Is
LIP
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Lipscomb, like
Lipscomb,
LIPS Lipscomb. Yeah,
Lipscomb. Got
yeah.
it.
No,
He's
they're
at Lipscomb.
good. No,
Yeah,
you're still not saying it right. You're saying Lipscomb.
you know what the bad part is? I've taken pictures of their cross country team.
Bad part is you said Lipscomb and you were like, yeah, Lipscomb. I'm like, no, that's not what you just said. It's Lipscomb. There's no.
Lipscomb.
Yeah, but you were saying Limscomb. Like you weren't putting. It's a P. Lipscomb.
Lip.
Lipscomb. Lipscomb.
Whatever. That's where he's at. And apparently they're really good this year.
They're really good actually, but North Alabama's first. Then I think it's Lipscomb and
Yeah,
like EK.
his mom. I used to work with his mom at the high school I used to work at, and I heard like a lot of people left that school. I mean, I know
Left
nothing.
left
JU.
JU.
Yeah, for reasons. Maybe because of what we just talked about. I don't
Mhm.
know personally. Like, I don't know him personally. I didn't hear anything from him. But yeah, I just heard, like, as I said, he's at a new school. He's doing really good. So maybe it is
Yeah,
just the
but I
system.
think it's always like a good thing to like. I like to see people like succeeding, like somewhere else. Not
Yeah.
saying somewhere else, but like happy somewhere else and doing good. I think that's a great thing.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you have to make that business decision to change up.
Mhm.
I mean, especially if you know, like, it's something you have to do. Like, even when I left my old school for the school I'm at now, like, I didn't leave because of the teaching position. I left because I think Grant Visuals is going to be better off at a school that is better in sports than at a school that is not, it's okay.
Mhm.
Like, when you're making videos of a team that wins, you get more, it's more of an exciting video,
Yeah.
or people look forward to it versus like a team that, they might not win a lot, but like your videos are still good, but you're only limited to what you can do.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I didn't see Grant Visuals going the way it was. I just knew like it was a great opportunity for me that I probably should take, even though like it wasn't one of those like I could have stayed there because I had the perfect job. Like I could have stayed there and been fine. And I think it would have just been I'm just there just to be there or like take a chance. And
Mhm.
obviously the chance has done me well. So I mean I guess that's the key is just taking the right chances, not just take a chance because you feel like it's just taking a chance. Like some
Yeah.
chances you should not take, and some people, I don't think they understand that yet. But yeah,
Well, Wild Talk. I don't really know how these relate, but they do.